Well, we're here with Tony Gonzalez. And Tony, usually when I'm talking to you, it's about football. So
Yes,
I have to admit, I'm a bit surprised to see you here. What are you doing here in the gaming space?
Well, you know, I'm friends with people, friends with Stratton, who's sitting here behind us. I am somewhat a fan. I grew up, you know, playing video games, and my son is sitting right there. Look at him. He's so cute. Hey, Nico.
He does not like you right now.
He hates me now. But I watch him play all the games. I have an 8-year-old boy who plays games, so it's kind of been like a family thing. I'll sit in there and watch them play, but I haven't started playing yet.
You said somewhat a fan, but by the end of the night, we want you to be a full-on fan.
That's why I'm here.
Have you ever tried playing
No.
anything? Not even Mario Kart? Nothing?
Yeah, Mario. I was the king back when I was a youngster. But this Fortnite, he loves this game called Fortnite. So, am I not supposed to say that?
What's wrong with Fortnite, guys?
And this game
I think you're supposed to say Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. Well, whatever, right? I don't.
Okay, well, we'll get you more
It's all
into the
fun.
gaming space. But you support kids playing it. They're growing up. They're making a lot of money from it. As a football player, you can kind of see where this is not traditional sports, but they're still athletes, right?
Yeah, well, that is where my mind has really been changed over the last couple of weeks, because I've been watching him and my 8-year-old son play. But then I'm seeing like the numbers and how it's like people are going more than the Super Bowl. People are watching.
That's true.
People play games, and so it's just been incredible. It's the future. It's taken off, and I want to be a part of it, and I'm a fan of it.
Well, I'm so glad that you're a part of it. If Nico decides that he wants to be a gamer now instead of maybe football, is that cool with you?
That's fine with me. Go ahead.
All right. Well, Nico, you have your future career. Maybe you can join us later and play. Tony, so great having you here, and we will be back with a lot more in just a bit. But first, I want to ask you also about the tailgate, right? You just were at the tailgate outside. How'd that go?
That was great.
I didn't get to go, so.
Well, it's free food and free drinks, so I'm happy.
Tony, because I know football, I know your contracts. You have plenty of money to go to your own tailgate.
Oh, okay.
But I like that
I tipped well out there.
I hope so, because I know how much you made.
No, but it was cool actually seeing the teams and seeing them in their jerseys and set up just like you said. This is sports. So it was cool to see these guys and see them up close and personal.
It's good.
I'm a fan.
It's good. I'm glad. We're going to get you to play some more games. Tony, thanks so much, and we'll be back right after this. We are live from the heart of Las Vegas at the Twin Cities Esports Center at Caesars Entertainment. I am your host, Christine Leahy, and this is H1Z1 Pro League, the first ever Battle Royale League. And you can see part of our stage here with this ginormous H1Z1 skull behind me. There's going to be lights, smoke. It's a really cool set. And in 30 short minutes, all 75 players from 15 pro teams are going to take their seats right around me in this circle. And we will battle in the arena to prove that they are the best of all best. It's going to be an amazing night. Are you guys excited for this? The arena is really cool. we also have a special guest here tonight to help me out with this. You might recognize her from The Fast and the Furious. Letty.
Yes.
Michelle Rodriguez is here.
Hi, guys. Oh, what's going on?
So, Michelle, I've gotten to know you over the past 24 hours. You're a gamer. You like this stuff.
I do.
What do you play?
I prefer first-man shooter games,
right?
Just because since Doom has been my deal, the whole first-man shooter world.
And what got you into playing games?
You know what? I was around at the beginning of the technology. I mean, I've seen everything from Pong to Pac-Man up to VR, and to this. I mean, look where we are, guys. Living out of this stuff now. I mean, this is nuts. So beautiful.
You can make a living out of this. People don't quite understand it yet,
No,
but you
they don't
really
get it.
can.
It's awesome.
And you're Fast and the Furious fans. Do they kind of cross over into this world at all?
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of Fast fans who are also gamers, for sure. We could tell by the sales of the video game that it really did well.
That too. Speaking of video games, your voice is on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
How cool is that? How did that happen?
I was a super big fan, and they caught wind of it, and they're like, yo, Mitch, come down and do some voiceover work for us. I was like, hell yeah, can I get dibs on the game before it comes out? And they're like, yep. And I'm like, I'm in.
That's amazing. Talking to some of the players, some of the casters, you're really genuinely interested in this and you want to learn this game.
Yeah, I do actually. I mean, this whole battle royale format is awesome. I mean, it's like survival of the fittest. It's like almost like that movie Hunger Games. It's like
it kind of does look like that, right?
Yeah. About that, you start with nothing. You got to work your way up. Grab as many weapons as you can. Try to get some headshots because it takes 5 shots to kill somebody.
Look at you.
It's not easy. I like a good challenge. I can't wait to learn how to play it. I mean, I'm more curious than anything.
If you like a good challenge, I feel like we're gonna have to get you out.
Not with these guys. I wouldn't mess around with them. I do not have thousands of hours of game time under my belt.
And it's true. It does take a lot of hours. You got to
these guys
dedicate
are
yourself.
skilled.
Do you have any favorite team tonight?
I gotta go for the home team. And I don't know what they're capable of doing, but my money's on Rogue.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to give them a home
There's
team
some Rogue
advantage.
fans here tonight.
Let's put the good vibes out there for them.
Do you want to give them any words of advice?
Nothing, man. Kill it. And distract as many people as you can in the process.
Kill it. Okay, well, we put together a little piece that talks about why there needs to be a Battle Royale league like this and why should we do it in Vegas. Here's a look.
I recognized an esports execution of H1Z1 could be very, very successful. This game naturally created a sense of immediately knowing what was going on, and the gameplay is so simple. Just don't die. That's it. It's been a long time since games presented themselves in a way that people could easily understand. You have to go back to the 80s, right? Everyone understood Pac-Man, but this game has that extra special thing that makes it easier for everybody to get involved with.
We were looking at how can we harness the power and the energy that's around Battle Royale and make something really special. So we get to the 3rd TwitchCon, and that's where we sort of announced the Pro League.
Finally, at last, it's arrived. An H1Z1 Pro League, yes!
This was something that people really wanted to watch, and this was sort of probably the next wave of what was going to be a new genre in esports.
We've come up with this idea of esports 2.0, where the focus is oriented towards not just informed players, but actually people who just want to watch good entertainment. We thought Vegas would be a great way to make it feel even more accessible and more familiar.
It's going to be nuts. 75 players here. This scene's always been really different when you compare it to any other scene. This is a sport where everybody plays in the same match together. There's just a ton of them, and this is going to be a really good opportunity to tell a lot of really cool stories.
One of the interesting elements of this league is that it's very much focused on the player. In a lot of other leagues, the priority is driving game sales and accomplishing all these other goals, but with the H1Z1 Pro League, it's really about how do we create these players and develop them into the superstars that they can be.
The path from going from, playing some survival game that wasn't an esport all the way to here we are in Vegas with an enormous stage, a big broadcast partner like Facebook behind it so we can bring this whole idea of esports to as many people as possible. Vegas is the natural place to do that, so here we are.
Well, you can tell that these people are very passionate. Yes,
yeah.
I love that.
That's
They're
awesome.
passionate about the league. They're passionate about bringing H1Z1 Pro League to Las Vegas. Michelle, how would you do if you played these guys? Maybe if we gave you a week to practice.
I have to say, man, I think I'll get crushed. To be quite honest.
That's fair.
Because look, there's a big difference between people who decide gaming is their life and people who take it up as a hobby. These guys would destroy me in 5 seconds, for sure. Guaranteed.
That's fair, because it does take a lot of work. We don't want to take away from how many hours they put into this and the training.
But I would watch this because I'm
course.
totally intrigued. I always by playing the guys in hardcore in first-man shooters. You go for the hardest, most difficult boards and you play in public, and that's usually where these guys are, just cracking headshots wherever they go.
Okay, so at the end of the night, I want to see what you picked up from watching this.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
All right, we'll
I'd love
touch
to
base
see
on that
that.
again. Michelle, it's so great to have you here. But Michelle is not the only special guest we have here at the arena. We're going to throw it over to our Pro League casters, who's in the VIP lounge with someone who seems to be ready for some Battle Royale action.
Hey everyone, Jason, aka Supersonic here, and I found a familiar face here in the VIP section, Steph, aka Fem Steph, for any
Hey
people at home.
guys, how are you doing
How's
today?
it going?
Yeah, you know, I'm excited to be here. This is so exciting.
It's nuts, right? The
Yeah.
stage, the energy here has been crazy, packed house. I mean, we really got room to stand over here.
I know. We got to shove
pretty
some
nuts.
people out of the way.
Yeah, so stage is pretty nuts, but you actually have a little bit of experience on this stage right here.
I have. I played on this. It's this exact one at the TwitchCon Invitational, and it's intimidating being up there. You look above your monitor, and you have all these faces staring at you. It's so loud. There's so many bright lights. So, you know, I'm excited to see how they do today.
I definitely think that the intimidation factor is going to be there. It's definitely something different than being at home when you see the people sitting right in front of you. The fans aren't behind the monitor anymore; they're right here.
True.
So, going to be a little bit of intimidation. But how do you feel about practical jokes?
You know, I heard that you may have gotten trolled, so I'm actually really excited to check this out.
Yeah. So the crew decided to have a little bit of fun at my expense the other day with the players, and we got a little bit of a video here for you guys to go ahead and check out.
Let's check it.
Jason says the weakest player. Oh, we're gonna have a little problem with that.
I'm just gonna use that as fire inside me to try and just prove everybody wrong.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I'm always able to surprise people when it counts.
Oh my God, he's trash talking me. Supersonic doesn't even play though.
Jason said that I was the weakest link. That's not true.
Yeah, he might be right.
My stats prove otherwise.
We're gonna play paintball together, and I'll tell him that I'm gonna destroy him in that and show him.
Me?
Damn, I'll have to talk to him about that one.
That is surprising, since every time I've came across him, it's been the other way around.
Yeah, of course. Yep, Super, my former manager of Rogue. Yeah, unlucky.
I mean, Supersonic doesn't really know me or my play style. And Jason sucks at casting.
You said that?
You're lying. Really? You're lying. No way. You're lying.
No, he did not. Nuh-uh. No, you're 100% lying. He can say I'm the weak. You're lying. You're lying.
I knew you were lying. Like, I know Jason wouldn't say that.
Dude, he called you a bad caster.
It's all right. Probably be the first one out anyway.
Oh, shade. You know what? I actually thought it was so endearing how Flowers got like really genuinely upset. He's like, no, he didn't. You're lying. It's awesome.
I'm glad that one of them realized that was a joke, because I got a lot of text messages and messages coming in saying like, hey, why are you talking crap? Like, I woke up in the morning completely confused. So thanks, crew. Appreciate that one. That was great. But I just want to say thank you really quick, Steph. Really appreciate you being here, and we're going to kick it back over to Christine on the couch.
Jason, I've only known you for like a day. I don't know why they're being so mean to you. What did you do? I like you. I think you're great. For everyone watching at home, if you want to be in our VIP lounge next week or just here in the arena, head to the web address listed below to purchase your tickets because you are not going to want to miss any of this. Well, for our many players, they've had to make tough decisions and say goodbye to loved ones for the very first time in order to move here to Las Vegas for 10 weeks to participate in that. Michelle, I feel like you can relate to this because when you go shoot a movie or when you decided to get into acting, you had to have those tough conversations with your family and put things aside to do what you love, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the tough thing is doing anything that involves entertainment. I think the variables involved to a parent are like, no, please, I wanted a doctor or a lawyer, somebody who could do something, you know, guaranteed in life. And so it's always scary. You know, your parents, you know, just hoping and wishing that maybe you'd choose to do something that's more, you know, I don't know.
Normal?
But, you know, once they realize that you can bring home the cheddar and take care of your house and your home and fend for yourself, you know, parents start to be nicer to you and they kind of like are okay with what you do for a living. So I'm looking forward to see what happens with all these players, you know, as they build a career and they get to, you know, enjoy the benefits of that.
Well, it works out really well for you, clearly. I'm sure your parents must be very proud. And it's working out for these guys, too. Which is so cool.
It is nuts. The pressure that you get from parents, I'm telling you, to get off the couch and like stop playing video games is a lot.
Do you speak from experience?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I definitely do.
Speaking of parents, we're going to take a closer look now at the players and their road to getting here.
The day I left Australia and left my parents behind, it was pretty emotional. My dad didn't really show much emotion, but he called me once I got into the US and said that he got to the car and started breaking down in tears, actually.
When I left home, I left my education, I left my family, I left my loved ones. It was a very hard decision, but this is just a step forward towards my passion.
Saying goodbye to my mom was probably like the worst thing because when I was leaving the house, it was just so bad. It was emotional. I just miss my family being out here, honestly.
My dad drove me to the airport and he dropped me off, and my mum met me there, so we were all there, and they, you know, waved goodbye while I flew off on the plane.
I had to give up a lot of my social life to, you know, grind the game. You got to put tons of hours into it, so definitely the social life is a huge obstacle you have to get past.
My mom, it was very emotional. She drove out here with me, so we got to spend a lot of time together on the drive here, and it was very emotional for her and me.
Coming to Vegas, I just gave up a little bit of lifestyle change. Back at home, I actually own a business. My wife is back home right now.
I had a 9-to-5 job that I've had for 6 years, and I literally gave my resignation to come and be here, and that alone is just jaw-dropping. You know, who in their right mind, at least in this day of age, leaves their job to go play video games?
The biggest challenge for me at night when I'm going to my hotel room, I used to have like people just in my house. It's just kind of lonely. You get that feeling like no one else, it's just me in my room.
Yeah, I'd probably say I'm a mama's boy, yeah. You know, she got out of the car, we just hugged for like 5 minutes with her just crying and stuff, and yeah, it was pretty emotional, but I think she's very happy for me and she's very proud of me.
It's not that easy like to leave our family. I'm gonna deal with it anyway and try to do my best, like to show to all my friends and family and all the people that are in France that like basically I'm gonna make it.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Get out there and play.
It's pretty powerful stuff. I'm here now with Sidecast from Alliance. We just saw you in the video there. We're right in front of where you'll be momentarily walking onto the stage for the very first time. Now, Sidecast, we heard a little bit in that story, but what kind of things did you have to do in order to make it possible to move here for 10 weeks?
I had to give up a lot. I've had to take a break off my work, just casual work, and just finished school, so that was hard, and didn't go into uni or anything, decided to go into this, and now I'm here, so yeah.
When did you know that this was your dream?
I think I knew this was my dream when, gaming's always been my hobby, so once I started to get kind of good at it and get into the competitive scene, I decided like this is definitely what I want to do for the rest of my life.
So if that's your dream, now that you've made it your professional career, how does that feel for you?
Oh, it's great. It's crazy. It's a dream come true, like I said. It's really surreal. Sorry. It's just crazy. I can't believe it.
For the young people out there that are watching who are thinking they want to turn maybe their gaming hobby into a career, do you have any advice for them?
Time and effort, definitely. That's like the most important bit. Just put a lot of effort, a lot of time into it, and eventually you probably have a chance of getting there.
That's really good advice, and I am wishing you well tonight. It is almost time for the game. So let's go ahead. We're going to let you join your teammates, and good luck tonight.
Cheers.
Okay. And now let's check back in with Michelle, who's standing by with two very important guys. Michelle.
What's up, boys? What's going on tonight? Tell them.
Not much. I mean, we're doing all right. I'm still a little confused. I'm here standing on the stage with Michelle Rodriguez. I mean, it's definitely not something I ever thought I'd be doing. So, but for everybody at home, my name's Jason Burns, a.k.a. Supersonic, and my co-caster, Brian, a.k.a. The Real Fiorme. We'll be bringing you guys all the action tonight. But yeah, so we've been talking H1Z1 quite a bit so far. We know a little bit about it. Me and you definitely know quite a bit about it.
Yeah.
But for all the people at home and some of the new viewers, we got a short video that's going to tell you tell you everything that H1Z1 Pro League is all about. H1Z1 leads the Battle Royale competitive experience with Season 1 of the Pro League, live from Las Vegas. 15 teams of 5, yes, 75 players at once will drop into a massive 100 square kilometer map, each with the goal of eliminating all opposing teams and being the last team standing. The players start with nothing but the shirts on their backs, so they must scavenge for weapons, armor, and vehicles as a continuously shrinking toxic green gas encircles the map, forcing the players closer and closer to each other. Let's talk about scoring. The way to get points is by eliminating other players. Each player eliminated is worth a single point, with one awesome exception. Any player that scores a melee elimination, that is by fist or knife, will earn a whopping 10 points for the team. It's a big risk for a big reward. Of course, we'd be remiss not to give a nod to the survivalists out there. At the end of each round, teams will receive these multipliers based on how many teams they outlast. And remember, even a single surviving player can earn the bonus for his team. The points will add up round after round to determine the standings, with each team's score carrying over from the previous week. Each season is broken into 2 10-week splits. Over the course of the season, teams will fight to qualify for the championship, where one team will earn the right to call themselves the first ever H1Z1 Pro League champions.
Dude, this is so gnarly. It's like survival of the fittest up there. I'm loving that unicorn hat.
Oh,
How do you get the unicorn hat?
I think we can make something happen
Oh
for it.
my
Yeah,
God.
I think so.
Who's the #1 team? Like who's on the cream of the crop?
I mean, I don't like to give biases too much, but I mean, the TSM's probably the hot team coming into this tourney for sure.
I mean, they just came off that win in DreamHack Sweden. They have been performing so well online. I definitely think they're the team to watch out for.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, stellar lineup. They did a recent swap, picked up Dropkid, awesome player as well. Absolutely killing it. I don't really see a way for them to not be as. They've just been so consistent through all the tournaments they played in.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's 100% true. I think we got a video about that.
Yeah, we actually got a short video that'll have all the teams talking about them. Let's go ahead and check it out.
If I had to pick a team that gave us the most trouble in H1Z1, I would go with probably Team Solomid.
TSM.
TSM. TSM.
TSM.
TSM.
TSM.
TSM.
TSM.
TSM.
There's a lot of talent in these teams, but running into TSM is never a good idea. They're always in the right place. They're always able to work well together as a team.
Great Slayers, always good at picking up kills.
They mesh really well, and they've obviously won a championship.
They have been around and been a team together the longest, and that's chemistry that they've built over the last year and a half almost.
They're defending champs.
From all the scrims, they have really high kill count, which is going to be pretty heavy in this league, but they also get good placement, so I feel like they're going to be a pretty strong team.
Because they've been very consistent as well. So yeah, I'm a bit scared of them.
I don't really get why people are afraid of TSM. There's a different scoring system. Everything changes on the line. I don't think people should be afraid of TSM at all. It's all talk.
All talk. Oh, wow. So we heard it from him. I mean, we definitely know who the cream of the crop is, but who's your underdog, your dark horse?
I mean, dark horse team, some of you definitely got to watch out for. Probably going to be set to destroy.
Yeah, we just saw Doug right there.
Look at them.
Obviously, the crowd is happy about that. They're a team that has been pretty much in the competitive scene since the very beginning with Fight for the Crown.
Yeah, they've been around. They've been through tournaments for a long time. All the guys on the team, longtime players, absolute monsters at the game. And being that team where TSM kind of has the pressure on them, they have expectations. They're expected to show up. They're expected to crush this. There's not that pressure on them. They're going to be able to just play their game without that feeling of pressure. And I think that that's going to help them out a lot. And I think that's going to set them up for success.
I think that makes them set to destroy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, another thing after that. So we talked about top team. We talked about the underdog or the dark horse.
Home team. Home team. Who's the home team?
Home team. I mean, well, home team right now has definitely got to be. Home team's the Golden Knights at the moment, guys. I mean, there's probably at least one fan in here, Golden Knights. Anybody? Follow up though. If we want to go to the esports side, Rogue. Rogue's that hometown hero team. Squad. Led by us, Stormin, Riki. I mean, that team is just so consistent. They've been so strong in tournaments for a long time now. Definitely somebody that we're going to want to watch out for.
And we just had the big roster change, picking up Husker's last minute. He's been so good in practice games. I think you couldn't have picked a better person to come on board.
No, definitely. I think Husker's an amazing pickup, but it's going to be a story, right? It's something that we want to follow. It's something we want to keep an eye on. Is he going to be able to blend well with that team once it gets on the big stage? Scrims is one thing. Here, this is a completely different thing. This is the big show.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, at the same point, you definitely got to think about players like Stormin as well. Here to prove themselves. I mean, but...
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about them all day, right?
We could.
But I think these guys are actually getting pretty close to wanting to play. They probably want to come out, hang out. But I'd like to go ahead and hand the honors over to Michelle. Would you like to welcome the teams to the stage for the first time?
Come on, boys. It's your time to shine. Get up here. Come on out. Wow, they got their battle faces on, ladies and gentlemen. They look serious. Get some. Those are game faces, man. Yeah, they're ready to go to war. They're ready to go to war.
Yeah, it definitely looks like these guys are in their seat. It looks like they're getting ready to get into the matches. Michelle, I want to say thank you for coming up here, hanging out with us. It's been an absolute blast having you here. But we're going to be going to a quick break in just a moment. Right after that, though, we're going to hop into the first ever match of the H1Z1 Pro League. You're not going to want to miss it.
Get some!
Caesar, politician, ruler, man. His is a world of opulence, indulgence, and excess. So for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
At last, it's arrived, an H1Z1 Pro League.
It feels amazing to be part of the Pro League because only top 75 players make it into this league. This has been pretty much the dream ever since I started competitive gaming, and now it's actually happening.
This is my hard work paid off.
It was an opportunity that I could not refuse. It was something that I've been working for my whole life.
This was a dream come true. It's pretty exciting.
I mean, I think playing on Caesars, it's incredible, honestly. The stage, the atmosphere.
It's just a surreal experience.
When you get to the end, you either come out on top or you get sent home.
Welcome back. It is a beautiful night here in Las Vegas, and we're live at Caesars Entertainment Studios, and you're about to witness the first match of the H1Z1 Pro League. Leahy, and it's just about time for round one to begin. But before we get started, let's get you up to speed on the H1Z1 Pro League's breakdown of how tonight's winner will be determined.
H1Z1 leads the Battle Royale competitive experience with Season 1 of the Pro League, live from Las Vegas. 15 teams of 5, yes, 75 players at once will drop into a massive 100 square kilometer map, each with the goal of eliminating all opposing teams and being the last team standing. The players start with nothing but the shirts on their backs, so they must scavenge for weapons, armor, and vehicles as a continuously shrinking toxic green gas encircles the map, forcing the players closer and closer to each other. Let's talk about scoring. The way to get points is by eliminating other players. Each player eliminated is worth a single point, with one awesome exception. Any player that scores a melee elimination, that is by fist or knife, will earn a whopping 10 points for the team. It's a big risk for a big reward. Of course, we'd be remiss not to give a nod to the survivalists out there. At the end of each round, teams will receive these multipliers based on how many teams they outlast. And remember, even a single surviving player can earn the bonus for his team. The points will add up round after round to determine the standings, with each team's score carrying over from the previous week. Each season is broken into 2 10-week splits. Over the course of the season, teams will fight to qualify for the championship, where one team will earn the right to call themselves the first ever H1Z1 Pro League champions.
We know how it goes, and we're going to send it over to the casters at the center of the action who will be guiding you through tonight's games. Jason and Fiorme, hey over there.
How's it going? Thanks, Christine. That's right. My name is Jason Burns, a.k.a. Supersonic, joined by Brian, a.k.a. The Real Fiorme. And we're going to be bringing you guys all the action here tonight.
I'm so excited to be here. What an amazing few days it has been watching this get built, ready to go. It has been crazy, and I cannot wait to watch these players play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this has been insane watching them put it together. I've been here coming in since it was an empty building. Been nuts to watch it. And I think we got some people that have helped us out with this.
Yeah. Shout out to Republic of Gamers for hooking it up with 75 of the nicest computers I have seen. These computers, first off, they look good. Second off, they work good. These players have, man, huge shout out to them.
Yeah, definitely a big shout out to them. It's going to help these guys get through these matches, win some games, and we also want you guys at home to be able to win yourself. We got a little bit of a Twitter contest going on online. Right there at the bottom of the screen, you can see everything you need to know. We want to know how you guys H1Z1 at home. Send us a tweet at H1Z1 Pro League using the hashtag H1Z1 Pro Contest. So we want to see how you guys H1. We know how we H1. We sit here in the skull. We tell you guys what's going on. That's how we do it. How do you guys do it at home, though? You guys do it feet kicked up, maybe on the computer. You guys got a nice rig, decked it out in the red, white, and black. I want to see it. Send it over to us. Submit them. We'll be picking a winner next week on the show.
On Wednesday, yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So definitely something to do. I mean, how do you H1?
I mean, all right, let's paint
Other
the
than
picture.
here.
Right, let's paint the picture. We've got the big screen TV. We, of course, have the comfy chair, feet up. We've got the can of soda, the bag of chips. You can't beat it.
Sounds pretty good. If anybody's got a better setup than that, send it in. I want to see it. I want to know about it. So we're talking about how we H1Z1. These guys are about to H1Z1. Let's check out some of these players. It looks like we're going to start off, maybe take a little look at Doug is Raw off of Set to Destroy, that Dark Horse team we were talking about. Coming out of Baltimore, Maryland, with a little bit different drop spot than I think most people would pick. Cranberry being his favorite drop spot, AR-15, definitely a favorite of a lot of people. Yep. Star Wars, my boy, I love it. We need to have a Star Wars party. Let's just get everybody up, round them up, and go watch a movie.
Yeah, we can have a big movie night for the Pro League. Start with Star Wars. Absolutely.
Doug's hosting.
Doug's hosting. All right, I like it. I like it.
I think he heard us. I think he's now confused on how he became party host. But yeah, Doug, definitely one of those players that we're gonna want to keep an eye on. Hopping right over to somebody that everyone knows. Anybody that saw Fight for the Crown definitely knows Yogi. Definitely somebody's a bit boisterous. He knocks you out of the match, you're gonna know about it. He's gonna yell it across the stage at you.
Yeah, he's coming from Charlotte, North Carolina. His favorite drop spot, right on top of other teams. That's boisterous right there.
I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? That's saying he wants to come and get it. He wants to land right on you and fight you right off the start. Yogi definitely wants to go in there. So he's going to be somebody to keep an eye on.
Yep, and then, of course, we do have MiG-99 as well.
He showed up at Fight for the Crown, took that down, was on Obey at the time, but...
All right.
We're going into the first match in 3, 2, 1. Let's kick this off with a good match.
This is going to be a good one. The team's dropping down all over the arena already. I cannot believe we've gotten this far, and it looks like we're starting right off with TSM.
Yeah, that team that we were talking about who's definitely got expectations set high on them. They're expected to take this down. We'll see if they can live up to the name. That's definitely a championship-winning team name there, too. Can they keep the hype going for Team Solo Mid?
Yeah, as soon as I saw that organization being announced as one of our charter organizations, I knew they were going to pick up one of the best rosters out there, and they did. Right on board with Guiche, right off the bat, picking up as much as he can. Helmets right off the bat, picking up those combat boots. Temporary until he can find the third tier of shoe, the conveys, that give you enhanced movement speed, better dropping from roofs, save you a little bit of health if you got to jump later on in the game.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a decent kit here so far. He's already got himself a backpack. Definitely wants to find a military backpack, get a little bit of extra storage area. But he's already pretty kitted out. He's got his close-range weapon. He's got some ARs. There was, I believe, at the gas pumps, we saw a gas can there on the ground, which is something that you can pick up and use once you find a vehicle to go ahead and get your fuel back up, make your vehicle last you a little bit longer. So the game's really a war of attrition. This early phase, you want to get in. You want to start getting as much loot as you can. Start kind of hoarding things away into your cars because you're gonna need it big time once we start getting into the mid and late game.
And now, of course, on board with Doug is Raw, our underdog team. Once again, taking a look at them right now, just running through. He's on Pleasant Valley, and you can actually see Set to Destroy has the entire western half of Pleasant Valley to themselves at the moment. They do need to be slightly concerned. There is a little bit of action north with Noble being there, and you'll see that next time the map comes up. But I think for the moment during this looting section, they'll be just fine.
Yeah, they're going to be all right. They're completely free. We do have that map coming up showing that first opening safe zone. This safe zone is a rough one, actually, so pulling all the way off the map. So we're actually going to lose part of the safe zone to begin. So we're starting with an already condensed safe zone. Then you have the giant lake in the middle of it. That lake eliminates a lot of hiding spots. It's basically flat open area. There's nowhere to hide. So you can basically consider that dead space. So that's going to make it really, really rough.
Yeah, and to touch on the fact that it's a lake, not only is it wide open and barely any cover, but it's going to slow your movement speed down. Whether it's on foot or in a vehicle like a Jeep, these cars and your feet are not going to be able to move the way you normally do. And movement speed is one of the most important factors. If you can't dodge a bullet, well, you're a pretty easy target.
Yeah, you definitely want to be able to keep movement speed, so most guys are going to want to stay out of the water. They're only going to cross it if they really have to. The other thing down there at the lake, if it does decide to center in onto that lake, is that it's surrounded by a lot of high ground. There's next time the map comes up, if you guys look at home, there's a spot called Green's Overlook. Really, really massive mountain there. So teams up top have a ton of cover, and they're also going to have a really great line of sight down to shoot. So maybe that's a good spot here. Center safe zone is usually a good spot to be as the circle starts to move around. If you're closer to the middle, no matter where that circle goes, you don't have to travel quite as far. But looks like we're going to be on board here with Echo Fox. Crank getting a little bit of loot there off the table. Everybody getting kind of pretty situated now. He could use a little bit more ammo at 30-90. You definitely want to have a lot of ammo going in, but everybody's at least got their ARs, their shotguns, they've got their long range, they got their close range.
I do definitely want to point out there was a really big loud air horn and a big noise that probably a lot of people don't know what that means, but that means that our toxic gas is going to be pushing in that green outline on the map, the safe zone that people were talking about. The gas will push up and stop at that green circle line. So all these teams that are not within the circle, they've got to make their way there very quickly.
Yeah, that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Also, I mean, these guys are looking pretty in there, and if you guys want to go ahead and get yourself your team, the team that you're supporting skins, you can definitely pick those up yourself. $19.99. Purchase it right on Steam. You'll get that parachute and those jersey/hoodie that they're wearing in game. So great way to go ahead and support your team. Maybe throw it into your How I H1Z1 post. Maybe
have that up on your screen.
Yeah, why not?
You know? Yeah, I like it.
Let's see who you're supporting at the same time. So we're gonna get another quick look at that map, and that green gas is gonna start pouring in here pretty quick. Once it hits that green line, as you were talking about, we're going to see that circle shrink again, and that's going to be the next safe zone. And it's going to continue to do that over and over and over again until there's only one team remaining.
Yeah, but that gas hurts a lot. It does a damage over time, slowly ramping up the smaller our safe zone gets. So in the beginning, yeah, you might see a few teams running through the gas, not really too concerned, but as it gets to the end, well, that gas can completely change the outcome of a fight.
Yeah, it definitely can. And just a little bit of a heads up for everybody at home, so you guys kind of keep up with the action a little bit easier. As teams start to fight, you're going to see the teams pop up on the left and right side. You can see the health bars of everybody. You'll be able to see exactly what's going on. Anytime they engage, you'll get a versus screen at the bottom. So definitely keep an eye out on the left, right, and bottom side of the screen. It'll help you keep up with all the action.
And of course, that's what we're here for, too.
We will attempt to do the best we can, but if for some reason we are falling behind, that is definitely a great source of information for you.
I mean, this game is a powder keg game, too. Right now, yeah, the teams are going to be vying for positions. There's going to be a lot of distance. While when that map comes up, it looks like these teams are on top of each other. Remember, this is a 100 square kilometer map. It is a lot of area. There's space between these teams, but as that circle closes in and the teams get forced next to each other, you're going to see an explosion of kills happening.
Yeah, it's just going to build and build until there's basically teams are forced to fight. However, teams do want to get in fights sometimes sooner than later. The scoring system is based off kills. Placement does matter, but it's only a multiplier of your kill points. So if you don't get any kills, winning the game with one kill doesn't net you anything. You could still technically lose the round, even though you were the last team up.
Yeah,
so you need to be ready to engage and take some fights. If you see somebody out of position and you have an opportunity, you should be taking fights very quick.
And I think that's something we will see on board with Obey Alliance. They are vying for a position right now. Looking at a camper, looks like that's not going to be their main call. They do believe they still have a little ways to go to get into the safe zone, but they are going to make their way there very soon. We'll see how these teams look. You were talking briefly about Green's Overlook, the mountain. You are going to see 100% teams on every single peak. And I think we'll see that soon.
Yeah, so one of the things you guys can actually see in the UI, we've popped up lifted here. We've got to look at them on screen. In the bottom right corner of that that camera. So we see a heart and 81. That's actually heart rate monitors. Every single player in here is hooked up to a heart rate monitor. So these guys start sweating and getting under pressure. We're going to see just how well they handle it.
I think that'll be really interesting to see who can really keep their cool and do a really good job here, or who's going to just freak out a little bit.
Ooh, and this gas is starting to push in. That's probably a little bit of the pressure kicking in. We'll see if this heart rate goes up on any of these guys here pretty soon. I can see a few of them a little high there. Some
They
of these
must be in
guys
the
are,
gas right now, yeah.
Some of these guys might be on the edge of the gas coming in.
These teams are getting closer and closer to each other. We can see LG using the terrain to their advantage right now, using these hills to get their cars behind them to get them through to the mid-game into the late game.
Man, did you see that heart rate number on Yogi?
I did not.
Yogi up at a little bit of high there, 119, a little bit higher than the nice cool stay lifted. It's sitting at around an 80, 86. So
well, Lifted's got those glasses on too.
That's
so
what it is. He's keeping cool. That's what
yeah.
it is. It's the glasses. That's what's doing it for him. 100%. I'm a fool for not catching that.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, LG just holding up inside of this ridge. Now here's where you're going to hear gunshots left and right. What these shots are, multiple different things. While you think they're just kind of trying to shoot at someone, they're realistically telling them, hey, we're here, this is our spot, and you're not going to take it from us.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get in, you want to get set up. Those teams tend to send out scouts too that'll find the spot before the rest of the team comes in. This is a great little spot. You can see a lot of little elevation changes there. You can hide your car. There's a lot of spots for you to kind of flank and dip out of people's line of sight. Really great spot that LG has currently up here in Green's Overlook.
I love this spot, but the question is, are they actually going to hold it? You can see off in the distance, Echo Fox is there on the map. They're still quite a ways away. It looked like there was about 300 meters between them. You got to account for the camera a little bit, but you can also see CLG was there as well. But we're going to hop on board with Absalon, and again, now they're almost at one of the highest points you can get on Green's Overlook, and this is what I'm talking about.
Absalon's one of those teams that we've also watched really play this well through the scrims the past couple of days. So Apex Shea there, you can see hit 123 on his heart rate. But, I mean, these guys have been killing it. They've been playing this new meta really, really well. There's somebody that once the scoring system got announced for this league, they're the ones that have been performing on it really well. I mean, TSM, these other teams have definitely been doing it, but I think that Absalon's one of those teams that definitely has a really strong chance of playing the meta for this point system extremely well.
Yeah, we have. We've seen that in practice, and we've seen it, you know, them do it in practice. It has been absolutely insane. They've taken a lot. And also another team that we have seen pretty much right in the middle, and I'd love to see more out of, is Tempo Storm. This team is just a great group of guys in general, and I'm hoping they do real well.
Yeah, I mean, they're not quite at the same, I mean, 144 there for a second. I believe we're on there with Candy Van. Candy getting a high heart rate for a moment there. But Tempo Storm is definitely one of those teams that I think they're in scrims where we might be basing some of these teams of killing it in scrims. Some of these teams were going into scrims with the intent of trying new things and trying to figure out what's going to work in this new get your eliminations in earlier. You're trying to get high kill counts, how that works out. So Temple Storm, definitely one of those teams that I think that we're going to want to keep an eye on and see how they perform now that we're actually in game. There's no more tests. This is the show. You've got to show up.
Well, the gas is going to begin moving once again, and you can see the distance between the green toxic gas and that safe zone line. And set to destroy, well, they are set to do just that. They are all over this hill, but Rogue has Zeke and Huskers scouting right now. And I'm not sure if these two teams are going to see each other.
High ground's going to set to destroy, though, at the moment. It looks like somebody has seen somebody. A throwable did come out there, so I'm not sure which way it was going or who it came from. I'm assuming that came from set to destroy. I don't expect Zeke or Huskers to throw a short Molotov, not that short. So I think Set to Destroy probably has the better option right here. I mean, really, if Rogue gets into a fight with Set to Destroy, you can see this open back. There's no cover at the back for Huskers or Zeke, so there's a really strong chance of getting pinched.
And that Molotov, if you guys didn't know, what that does is when it hits the ground, creates fire. Obviously, it's a Molotov. Damage ramps up over time, so the longer you're in it, the more it hurts. And it catches you on fire. It does damage anyway. Look, Prodigy Ace is still relatively cool, still calm. I mean, it's 101, but I think he's doing well.
I mean, we should probably talk with the medical staff and find out what like a baseline heart rate is, so we really know when to react. I mean, we've seen something. I don't think we got a baseline, but I'm just gonna base it off of what we've seen, and maybe go for that. I think the 144 is the highest we've seen. Anybody goes above 144, I'm just gonna assume that they're sweating bullets.
Right. Like maybe we should have someone come up on stage for them.
Yeah, we'll just call medical staff at that point. We'll just call them in immediately. It gets to 150, we're calling somebody in.
Well, we are on board with Balloon. Coming back to the rest of Epsilon. You can see Noble rotating off in the distance. It looks like Epsilon might want to be rotating too, or they're trading gear.
All right, yeah, definitely. So they're definitely. But just so everybody knows, we're doing the Saturday kickoff today, but you'll be tuning in every Saturday, or every Wednesday, I'm sorry, at 7 p.m. Pacific for the pre-show. That's when we're going to be kicking this thing off. Round 1 will start at 7:30 p.m., and then round 2 will be determined based upon the length of the first match. So it'll give or take a few minutes there. But 7 p.m. Wednesdays, every Wednesday, be here.
Well, our next safe zone is going to be pushing these teams even closer together, but now you can see that while Impact Gaming is stuck between a rock and a hard place at the moment, and that rock is C9, the hard place is TSM.
Yeah, that's definitely not where you want to be, but they've got something that is hard cover there. Typically, you're not going to see the players grouped up that hard on top of each other unless they are actually inside of something, but there is an airdrop there, so a little bit of green smoke. For everybody at home that doesn't know what that is, you're going to hear the bomb plane coming through right now, and it's going to drop bombs all over the top of that narrowly missing TSM. Impact Gaming also with a bit of cover there, so they're going to survive that. But those airdrops are high-risk, high-reward situations. They've got your hunting rifle, your sniper rifle. They've also got your Kevlar, so those are 2-hit armors. Now, guys in game can go ahead and they can scrap things and make themselves an armor that will give them 1 extra hit to the body before they'll go down. The 2-hit one is the one you really want. Those are only found in those. But the smoke attracts attention. More players are going to show up. People want that hunting rifle, so they're going to be there. We can hear that bomb plane coming through again over the top of TSM. And it's loud outside.
Yeah, those bombs are scary. Ooh. They can do a lot of damage.
Did Jeesh get caught by that?
Did he?
Jeesh may have got caught outside.
Oh no, that is so unfortunate. That's exactly the point I was about to make. You want to find a little bit of cover when those bombs come, because not only do they do damage, they'll shoot cars all over, but it looks like we have a bit of action right in front of us.
Yeah, Rogue actually got the kill. Rogue in the lead right now with 1 point. They actually got the kill onto Jeesh. We missed that one. So Huskers, though, in the back on fire. A couple guys have taken a little bit of damage here on Rogue. TSM looking okay, though. Still 4 up. Shell Shock a little low. Drops taking a hit, but they've got heals rolling. That gray bar attached to their health bar is basically the health bar moving its way back up. They have put on a medical kit or bandages, so everybody kind of stabilizing now, but Rogue ahead in the fight.
Yeah, the heart rate of Stormin right now was at 156, calming down a little bit at 149, but that this moment here, TSM is all stuck inside of a log cabin. Rogue has them completely trapped, but you can see those bullet tracers coming in from the back.
Yeah,
Rogue has another team to worry about.
I mean, 144, he went up over 150. We almost had to call the medical staff. Yeah. That one, that gets your heart rate going. And that's the thing that I love about the Battle Royale type of feel. These games are high intensity. You go from moments of like super calm, nothing around, hanging out, having a good chat with your friend, to all of a sudden complete chaos, and you're fighting for your life. And you can see that showing in the heart rate monitor. Now things are kind of stabilizing. He's coming back down. He's calming down a little bit. So definitely kind of a cool little thing here to see how these guys handle the pressure and how quickly they can get back and calm themselves.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, right now TSM has also picked up a kill onto Huskers. I do believe we're going over to Fox, right? That's what it said.
So
the
it
Fox
looks like
box, gotcha.
Yeah, so Rogue and TSM going to be in the lead in terms of points currently. You can see the points all the way up in that top right corner for everybody at home. You've got their prefix that's in game, so you can see Rogue, RGE, TSM. They're going to be in first and second right now. However, you're both down a player. You've only got 4 guys up. That puts you at a disadvantage. But it looks like we do have a look at that first kill that we see what happened.
Well, it looks like they had them pinned up, but Geesh was off to the side, couldn't make it all the way back in.
Geesh was out in the open, and Storman was able to find him out there, separated from the team. He didn't have the hardcover point, and Storman was able to line up a shot and take him out. So,
well, I mean, it's so cool we have that box up in the top right that shows us how many kills each of the teams have. Rogue sitting on 1 right now, TSM on 1 as well, as they were able to at least trade a kill and keep those points close.
Yeah, they're able to keep them in there. And right now, we can see kind of CLG, Echo Fox here. We got Tempo Storm out off to the side. Vitality kind of out in the wing. This is really where we're hitting that, what we're calling the powder keg, right? It's really building. This is where the action is going to start happening. This next gas ring closes in. There is not enough room here for these guys to hold off. CLG now opening up shots into LG. Tempo Storm moves, going to find a kill onto Rogue, and JP going to get eliminated by Sign. There was actually a team kill there.
Yeah, and there's teams on both sides of LG. They are completely stuck out. They must have run in front of each other trying to fire. I mean, you heard it sounded like a minigun coming out of CLG, and there was nothing LG was going to be able to do about it.
Yeah, LG, I mean, everybody's starting to get kind of pinched. Yogi going to get eliminated there. Chance going to go down to Teenage. So we're starting to see these kills roll in. Going to give you all the information you need as people go down. That's your kill feed. That's going to be as they eliminate, you'll see who shot who, and then right beneath that, you'll see who was assisting. So you can see if maybe another team helped kill that guy, or if the team was just working and had really good, well-placed team shots.
So Bay Alliance going to be in first place so far, but Rogue did just even the score. 2 kills for both of them. At the moment, we're looking to see these teams slowly start getting eliminated. Spirits, and now Rogue losing 2. But they did pick up 1 more.
Yeah, Rogue picking up another kill, but they do drop a couple players there. So they are in the lead in terms of points, but they're behind. This is the point where they need to stabilize, kind of wait for these teams to start fighting each other, try and get some quick picks. They don't have the manpower to get in and really run and gun at the moment. They need to sit back, kind of wait for the opportunities to present themselves.
Yeah, losing that many players, if they lose too many more, well, no matter how many kills you have, times 0 is still 0. TSM still stuck inside, and now look at Kolji coming up from the back, and the rest of Alliances as well. Rogue in the front. TSM is not in a good spot. That grenade that is smoking right now, that's a gas grenade. Again, same thing kind of like a Molotov, except it doesn't stick with it. You can run away from it. They healed through it, but they know they have to move, Jason.
Yeah, TSM and Alliance here, they're going to throw down in a second. You definitely want to keep an eye on that kill feed. You're also going to want to keep an eye on the Fox box in the top right. Again, that's going to keep track of all the scores as it live updates. You'll be able to see as the kills happen, it'll start totaling those scores on that right side. And then afterwards, in the post game, we'll add those modifiers and see what the game totals are. Another couple kills coming in. Set to destroy. Prodigy Ace is picking up 2 kills. Now taking down another player. Chappie going to go down to Benny Boy. C9 going to return the favor. Prodigy Aces and Benny going to get eliminated from the match.
Yeah, so was Ana there, but we are still here with Alliance, and you can see them jumping up. TSM has to figure out how they're going to get out. I'm not sure. They are still in the next safe zone, so they're going to be able to sit there a little bit longer, but so much is happening.
This is absolutely insane as they're throwing down here. This is one of the most tense situations you can be in. You are as close as you absolutely can be. Cloud9, though, going to be the first one eliminated here. I believe they are out of the match.
Yep, they are completely gone. All 5 members have been wiped, and they will be walking off the stage here pretty bit. And actually, it's Luminosity.
Yeah, now Luminosity eliminated. They're going to have the walk off, and we are seeing Set to Destroy currently in first place. Fox going to get a kill onto Mix. Howie going to go down as well. Look at this circle. It's closing in. The number of people are up. This is going to be a super just explosion of kills here at the end.
Yep, and already those kills are coming down. You can see the top left numbers, the amount of people left in the game, and right now at 43. Jason, that was 73 not but 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, this is what it is. These guys want the kills. The gas is closing in quicker. They have to take these fights. Epsilon, though, that team we were talking about that's been playing this meta really well, still 5 up. At 3 kills. They're only 2 points off of first currently. Definitely guys to keep an eye on. I think that they're going to be able to get this. And Vitality going to get eliminated there, and they're going to make the walk off the stage now. Epsilon, though, on point, just waiting for these fights. They've got Obey Alliance and Gangstars on both sides of them. See if maybe they can get some shots off. You can see gas nades coming in. Another thing with the gas nade, though, is they work like smokes in terms of blocking line of sight. So a lot of people will use those nastical shell shock. Bunch of kills coming out.
TSM is getting absolutely devastated as Alliance finally pushes in, gets the final kills. But look at that, Rogue firing through the window, takes down Kolji.
Yeah, so Kolji gonna lose one. TSM, though, gonna go down there in 11th. A little bit of a rough start for them. Definitely a team that I think will bounce back, though. I don't think this is gonna have too much of an effect on them on the overall, but that is a rough start for game 1.
Well, we've got 10 weeks, so we've got 2 games
We got
today.
a lot of matches.
We got a lot of matches to go, and now Alliance pushing up onto Gabe Isman. and Gabe will go down, but they still have to be concerned about Rogue here.
Yeah, Alliance making some aggressive plays, making the decisions that they need to make to get in and get the kills, and they are taking over that first place spot. However, they are down to only 2 players left as they take a fight with Rogue. Zeke looking for some shots.
Well, Doug picked up 2 kills there in the back, did go down, but now here's the moment. This is what the teams are talking about. Epsilon, they get so many kills at the end, and now up to 7. Right there in 3rd. They're going to get C-Class as well.
Yeah,
and now
Destroy going to get eliminated there. We're going to lose class there. Epsilon just nailing kills. Echo Fox, 9 kills right now. Alliance at 8, Epsilon at 8. Epsilon, though, has 5 up. Echo Fox, 5 up. Both of these teams in a very strong position. We've only got 15 players in the match, 5 teams. Both of them having 5 means all the other teams are really hurting right now.
There's not many people left. Melander does go down. You can see Riki gets the kill onto MP, trying to fight Mountain here. That Molotov's going to set. Oh, did it set him on fire?
No, line of sight from the car is going to go ahead and break that damage. It's not going to pass through. It's not going to hit him, so he's not going to be on fire. He's not going to take any damage there. He's going to narrowly escape that. He's got a nice little spot. A lot of hard cover there. For somebody to get a throwable in there and get him, they're really going to have to line it up in there. Shots coming out as he starts connecting onto CLG.
He is stuck. CLG stuck behind that rock. The gas is going to be pushing in. Again, there is not many people left here. Now, well, CLG is going to have to move. We can see we're half in that gas right now. Yeah, it is terrible. Riki lost his helmet, able to put one back on. Lands a shot onto the armor of Pineapples, but he has to run the gas. Hurts so bad. He's at 23, 1 hit. And there it is, as Da FBS will pick up that kill.
Yeah, he's going to go down in 4th for his team. Down to 3 left. 6 players up, 3 teams. Epsilon looking really strong here. I believe Echo Fox is now eliminated. It is a 4 down to 1. Epsilon gonna close that one out. Epsilon 20 points after modifiers.
Wow, 28. I didn't catch how many seconds gonna have, but it's not gonna be that close.
It's not that close. It's a pretty big gap there. I think it was about 16 points. I think second place may have been about 12 to 15, somewhere in there. So that's definitely going to be a big jump up. We'll be able to see that here momentarily.
Man, that was crazy.
And there it is. Yep. Epsilon taking down first, 28. Alliance second with 13. Echo Fox tying that. So tie for second there between Alliance and Echo Fox. Counter Logic Gaming gonna come in with 12, just 1 point off. Rogue taking down 5th, set to destroy Obey Alliance and Temple Storm, rounding off our top 8.
On the bottom half of the leaderboard, and that's interesting. Gangstar's Luminosity both with 0, but Alliance is 13 on here. Vitality, Solo Mid, Cloud9 all with 2, and Impact with 3.
And that is going to round it out for the top 15.
That is,
which is exactly the number of teams we have here. Game number 1 of the H1Z1 Pro League just completed. And that was a crazy ending. I mean, there was so many people up. That really felt kind of like the a lot of guys were still transitioning from that play to survive to play for kills, and it pushed into the late game with a lot of teams up, which caused a lot of chaos at the end, which made it really hard. But Epsilon kept their cool all the way through and was able to lock that one down.
And that's what Epsilon has been doing in practices, and that's what teams are going to have to figure out how they can combat it, because as of right now, that looks almost unstoppable.
Yeah, if you can keep that number of players up, especially with the slaying power that they have, it's going to be really hard to catch them. If they can do that a couple different times, that's going to be really, really rough. So we'll see if anybody else can keep up with that.
Yeah, we do have a couple highlights coming in here. Looks like our very first death of the game when Geesh got picked off. Just no cover, nothing he could do, couldn't get with the rest of his team, and he went down very quickly. And then we go straight over to Gabe. I mean, he's the one. He dodges everything here. Look at this.
Just in and out, just back and forth, just stay moving inside of that smoke. Keeps him alive long enough that he was able to get out of that. Doug is raw, going to step out with the shotgun here. Gets a kill onto Blood Inferno, then onto Mig. So we're going to see that's where those kills started going off. And then Epsilon closing out the match here, getting that final kill onto Da FPS, taking down game number 1.
And again, what a game number 1 it was. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, game number 2, there's obviously some teams that are going to want to show up. Some teams that need to come in and maybe step up from where they thought that they should be. I mean, obviously, we had TSM tell me earlier that they were going to take it down. They win the first game of every tournament. Well, that got shut down here. So they're going to have to play it out a little bit, possibly try and come back in the second game. So
We'll see. We're going to see. It's coming soon.
But let's go ahead. I want to give a big shout out to Caesars Entertainment. Want to remind the audience at home that Caesars Entertainment is committed to reinvesting in its rooms product to ensure guests' in-room experience perfectly aligns with the extraordinary entertainment and culinary offerings available at its Las Vegas resorts. By the end of the year, Caesars Entertainment will have renovated more than 15,500 guest rooms since 2014. This includes the Palace Tower at the iconic Caesars Palace, the Valley Tower at Harrah's Las Vegas, Flamingo Las Vegas, and the upcoming Resort Tower at Bally's Las Vegas. So definitely a big shout out to them. They've been more than accommodating with the venue, taking care of players. I mean, it's been nuts, the amount of support that Caesars has given this.
And I mean, don't forget, guys, also about our Twitter contest that we are doing. We want to see how you H1Z1. So tweet at H1Z1 Pro League using the hashtag H1Z1 Pro Contest. Tell us how you do it. Give it a picture. I want to see. We both want to see.
Yeah, we definitely want to see those. But I think we actually got a bit of a halftime show, and I think we're going to go ahead and kick it on down to Christine.
We have a whole big halftime show here. I'm really excited about it. It is halftime. We've got an exciting challenge to play here. We're going to play Gone in 90 Seconds with Summit. Summit, thank you so much for participating in this. I'm really excited about it.
Thanks for having me.
So let's break down this game for you guys at home. Summit's going to have 90 seconds to score as many eliminations as he can in combat training mode, and that will set the score to beat. So you got to set a good score, okay?
Super easy.
Then one lucky member of the audience is going to challenge that score for a chance at a fabulous prize, which sounds pretty easy for a guy like you, right, Summit?
Super easy. I'm not, there's no way I'm losing. Nobody in the crowd can beat me.
Well, I'm glad that you said that, because you have to stick with that answer, and there's a twist to this whole thing.
Okay. Always in the pit.
Someone's in the someone's in the pit. Remember Michelle? Michelle's going to come back over and help me out with this, because Summit, we can't make it that good at this stuff. Michelle, thank you for coming over.
What's up?
What's
Michelle,
up, Summit?
It's going good.
You're going to teach me how to play.
Am I?
While you try to annihilate as many as you can.
And wait, Michelle, you're a real big trash talker. I know you are. You're good at it.
Pretty bad.
I would love for you to trash talk Summit as much as possible while he plays, because we've got to make it a little tougher so the other person who comes up and plays can do it. So Michelle's going to distract you the entire time that you're playing by any means necessary. Nothing is off the table. Are you guys ready?
Okay.
All right, let's get into position.
Okay.
Summit over there, Michelle here.
Okay.
I'm going to put 90 seconds on the clock.
Okay,
Is everyone clear on the rules?
Are you like stretching right now? Is this like a yoga thing?
Hey, listen, squats are important.
Gotta exercise. Tell me when. Are you ready, Summit?
I will let you know as soon as I'm
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Michelle, do you need to stretch it out?
I think I'm all right. I think I got him down. I got him down.
What's your game plan here, Michelle? What are you gonna do?
I don't really have one, actually.
You're gonna feel what comes to you?
I was hoping to get some pointers on how to play from Summit, but if you want me to trash
that's not the
talk
point.
him-
You're supposed to trash talk him. We don't want to help. We want to. Sorry, I like you, but some other person's gonna come up here who doesn't know how to play.
Like play against this guy?
And then you gotta be, and then you have to
Dude,
actually be nice to someone.
All right, 90 seconds on the clock.
All right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go. They're cheering for you,
Yo,
Summit.
they're vouching for you, and you're getting shot in the chest.
That guy is so far, I can't even see
Two
him.
more and you're dead.
That's,
What's combat
Summit,
serum?
I kind of want to remind you to not
HP.
shoot yourself.
oh gosh, okay,
Oh,
okay,
dude,
okay, okay.
you're getting, whoa.
All right, this guy's cheating now.
Oh, it looks like a rainbow. They're getting you from everywhere.
There was like
You're
four guys.
dying. Like, you're just death. Yeah, look at that. You just died.
Did you just die?
Hey, yo. Whoever plays this only has to get 0 kills.
No, that's a lie.
Oh, hold on, hold
come
on.
on.
Make that 1.
No, I didn't. Okay.
Make that.
Oh, he's fighting back. I get him.
Can you see?
Yeah, kinda. Hey, put that on the scoreboard, okay?
You got
I'm
one.
at 19 health. I'll still kill someone else, maybe. Probably not. Okay. All right, please tell. How much time
You
do we
just
have left?
got killed twice, dog.
How much time do we have left?
How much
We have
time do we have left?
38 seconds
Okay,
left,
okay.
Summit.
I really need at least 2 more, maybe.
She's laughing at you.
You're dying more than you're killing people.
Okay. This guy, he's dead, 100%. Oh, look at that, 2 taps. Yeah.
All right. Hey, I don't want to help him. Trash talking seems to be helping him out. I think I should shut up.
Oh. This guy's killing me 100%. I have no
16
confidence in
seconds
myself.
left.
Woo! Let's go.
Okay, that's what, 3,
That's
4?
3. That's 3. 4.
Three
4.
kills.
This is 4 right here. No! Okay, dude. I know that
Oh,
guy.
and they may get run over by a car.
4,
Okay.
3,
Someone, please.
2,
You.
1. Come on, 2 to the head. You got it.
I missed it.
3
Okay.
kills.
I'll take 3.
3 kills in 90 seconds? That's damn, dude. You're
Summit,
supposed to be like dope. Like, what happened, man? You're supposed to be like the Mac Daddy, like, you know?
Fair enough.
None. I got no.
Summit, I thought you were going to be better than that.
I know.
I'm sorry. We brought you up here to set the bar real high.
Feels
But
bad,
you look good doing it.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, Summit, I got to send you back over to the couch.
Pleasure.
And
You're a
now
real
we're gonna,
good-looking loser.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to bring up our audience member at random. Come on up. Here he is.
Who is it? Who's the chosen
Hi.
one?
How's it going?
All right, what's your name?
going on?
Jack.
Chad. Or
Jack.
Jack is your name. Where are you from?
Nevada, right here.
Okay, are you good at this?
Very good.
Oh, better. He's better than 3
Very
in
good.
90 seconds.
So, can you beat Summit?
How many kills?
Oh, 3.
3?
Can you beat him?
It's easy.
Oh, he said it's easy. Okay, Michelle, come on over here. We're going to get you guys into position. Jack, over to the board. Let's get 90 seconds on the clock. Feeling over there? I think he has some trash talking for you.
A little worried. That's
90 seconds on the clock, and let's go.
Come on, you got this, man.
He does look like he's really good at this.
Probably want to find some cover, though.
Michelle, you can give him words of encouragement if you feel like it.
I don't know. I'm kind of feeling him out. See what his whole game is.
What do you think so far?
He's got some skills.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Is that 1?
No, not yet.
So wait, that's 0?
So, come on, Summit. You can't talk.
I'm sorry.
With your level of skills, you should have gotten way more than 3. So you can't even. Damn, homie, I'm vouching.
Summit, be nice.
You got 40 seconds left, kid. I think you should just find some really good cover and just try a headshot.
Jack, no pressure here, but you gotta get something. Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh.
Don't put yourself out there to get the shots, you know? Do it from behind a tree or some shit.
Can't find anyone.
Jack, I was rooting for you. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
Oh, yeah, we get
6,
one? Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. It was really hard. I get it. You're a great sport for being here. I believed in you. I bet if we did this again, you'd win.
I think you should still give it to him. Oh, you are.
You want it? You do the honors.
No, it's okay. It's your honor. You're the host.
We want the fans to see you out there. Turn around. There you go. Okay.
Here you go.
You get a nice sweatshirt. Jack, thank you so much for coming out here. I thought you did a really great job.
That's right.
Michelle, thank you as well.
Cheers.
So the pro teams have spent the last few days in Las Vegas preparing for this event. You guys can head off if you would like. Michelle will give you your sweatshirt. And talking about their spirit animals.
Yeah, man.
We're talking about spirit animals in this video. Take a look.
I'd probably say my spirit animal is a buffalo, because my demon name is Buffalo.
I did a test on that online. I was just kind of bored one day. I think it was a crow. I just like to soar in the air, I guess.
I want to be a lion because I'm the king.
Fucking fire-breathing dragon.
I guess probably like a tiger. I don't look like I'm fierce, but I'm fierce in game.
It's a goat.
Summit, I'm most interested to hear what your spirit animal is going to be, especially, you just won. I have to admit I didn't have a ton of faith with 3 kills.
I know.
But you pulled it off. Really amazing characters on some of the pro teams. And speaking of characters, I've got 4 of them right here on the couch with me. Can you guys introduce yourself? Summit, we know you. The rest of you, please introduce yourself.
I am FemSteph, or Steph.
Okay.
I am Tim the Tatman, or Tim.
I see where that comes from, Tim.
And I am Shrad.
So we're on the subject of spirit animals. I'm interested in what your guys' spirit animals would be. Summit, you go ahead.
Okay.
I don't think it's this kind of show. The fans like you, Tim. All right.
I'm going to leave my shirt on just for the record.
Thank you. This is a children's show as well. There's kids watching. All right, Summit, your spirit animal?
Honey badger.
A honey badger.
Yeah. They don't
explain yourself.
They don't give an S.
Oh.
You know, what bad words.
I do get that vibe from you. Okay.
I'm gonna go with dragon.
Like Khaleesi style Game of Thrones?
Year of the Dragon, gotta represent.
I'm into that.
Not
Tim?
real.
Everyone's going to want me to say a penguin just because, like, but I'm not going to say it, though, just for the record. Because penguins are a big thing in my stream. It's fine, though. I'm going to say a bear because I love to eat and I love to sleep. So just that. Or a warthog, yeah, whatever.
Okay, I'm a big fan of naps. And you?
Okay, and I'm going to go with my fan favorites, which is a pigeon, okay?
Okay.
They love tweeting pictures of pigeons, GIFs, whatever it is. They just love pigeons. So if they love pigeons, you know, I love pigeons.
Pigeons.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's like the dirtiest bird
I feel like
alive,
he's never even seen a pigeon.
Okay.
In real life.
Pigeon it is.
Did you pick a pigeon
I like
out?
your answer the best. The dragons are my favorite.
Me too.
Okay, I want to know what you guys are doing here. Why are you here?
We're hanging out.
So basically, we're 4 captains, and we're picking our team. We're handpicking them from influencers, and we're participating in this campaign where we get points based off of streaming the game, playing the game off of frags, and in the very end of this, I think it's 8 weeks. At the very end, we have a tournament for 100K, and we play each other and we see who wins.
We have a little bit more on that. There's a whole story put behind it. So here, take a look for yourself. $100,000 on the line, guys. You ready for this? The pro players have been training for a while. So how much have you guys been training?
Not a whole lot.
I'm just natural at it.
Oh, you're natural at it.
I'm a natural, dude.
Natural at it.
The answer is you haven't been training.
No, not
Did you hear me? $100,000. That's a lot
But
of
I'm
money.
100% better than all of them, so I'm not worried about it.
I'm very confident. Me and my team.
I am personally the most confident, so I would just like to have that.
So who's going to win? Who's going to win this?
Me. Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
Fans?
I just want to say this is big talk coming from Summit, who killed himself with his own molly.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I
talk.
heard
All
about
right, relax.
that.
Relax.
You shouldn't do that.
But, okay,
by
so-
the way, you should not kill yourself in a game.
I just want to.
I know that.
I walked into it after I won my fights. Okay, which the aim. You know what I mean?
So you're trying to say it was a technical
When you
error?
just have aim and no brain, you got Summit. You know what I mean?
Let's talk strategy. What's your strategy, Tim?
The best people I possibly can, so they can carry me.
I like.
I mean, that would.
The audience here, they're trash talking. I really like it a lot.
Nah, it's all good fun, right?
You need 4.
It's good fun, see?
All right. Well, I can't wait to see how you guys do. That's really exciting, and I love the competition between you all. But let's get back now to the Pro League. The teams are getting ready to head back to the map. Can CLG keep their lead? Can Cloud9 make up ground? All that and more is to come during the second game tonight after this quick break.
Damn!
Caesar, politician, ruler, man. His is a world of opulence, indulgence, and excess. So for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
Welcome back to the H1Z1 Pro League, day number 1, guys. Big shout out to Caesars Entertainment for helping us out, hooking us up with the venue. This is going to be an awesome second game. Game number 1, we already closed that out. Epsilon taking down game number 1, 28 points. 15-point lead over second. That was something big, and we talked about it a little bit in the match. Epsilon ended up showing up and crushing out that first match.
Just staying behind for so long, being in the back of the field, and then all of a sudden exploding at the end with an amazing amount of kills, and then taking home the first place multiplier. Whew.
Yeah.
I can't calm down from that match.
Yeah, that's a ton of points. That was a great ending. Huge point difference, so there's these guys that are going to have to make up some of that ground, right? TSM, some of these guys that maybe got eliminated a little earlier than they wanted to, they're going to need to show up big here in game number 2.
And let's hope they will. I think they really will. I think these teams are ready to go, and I know we're getting loaded in here, and it's going to be soon. We're going to be into match number 2 here on opening night.
Yeah, everybody's going ahead and loading up, getting loaded in on those Asus Republic of Gamer rigs. Republic of Gamers coming through really big with the hardware peripherals that they provided us with, 75 computers. I mean, it takes a lot to make a Battle Royale game function in a tournament. You need a lot of rigs. You need a lot to make these things happen, and they provided us with the best. I mean, these guys have got great rigs. They're running smooth, so it's definitely helping us provide a great gaming experience for the players.
Did you get your hands on one of their keyboards? Have you used it?
I haven't played with the keyboards.
Keyboard's so good.
I've screwed around with the rigs. Monitors from them. I actually have not used a keyboard though.
Oh, the keyboard's really good. Really good. I know a lot of players actually are using them. Oh, beautiful bow. Look at that.
CLG with the perfect timing there. That's off, right? Online, there's that little bit delay. You never get it perfectly synced. With everybody here, though, they can just go ahead and do a countdown in person, get that perfect timing with the laugh. So that's kind of cool to see. You don't usually get to see that too much.
No, we saw it in pregame. We moved them all up, and they were doing it. So it's good to see them doing it here tonight. It means these teams are definitely amped up and excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited just to get into the next game, man. I mean, this is going to be nutty. I'm waiting to see. I really, really want to see. He's somebody that I've talked about in past tournaments. I talk about him a lot, but Geesh on TSM. He's somebody that I've really thought has just always been one of those top-tier players, and that getting eliminated first has got to kind of like light the fire, right? Like I want to see Geesh come out big in this second match.
Yeah, you can't do that twice in a row. That's not a thing. You don't do it twice in a row, and I think he's out to prove himself.
He won't let that happen.
Yeah.
Geesh is a professional through and through. He's not going to let that happen again. It was an unfortunate situation that he was in. But we actually got some stats up for him right there, coming out of SoCal for the hometown. PV Warehouse is, once again, that's a favorite of everybody there. AR-15 is favorite gun. And Bad Boys 2?
Bad Boys 2?
Bad Boys 2.
Are we adding that to our movie night? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I don't.
That was Rush Hour 2.
I don't know.
That was bad.
I mean, you got to watch Bad Boys 1 before you watch 2. That's like 2 movies we got to watch. We're already doing all the Star Wars. Like, I don't.
It's going to be a long day.
That's a lot of movies.
That's a lot of movies.
But we can actually see Stormin here on screen now, playing for Rogue. Out of Sweden, Pleasant Valley with that drop spot. Definitely a big favorite for everybody. Favorite gun, that AR-15. And again, the secret talent of singing. I managed the guy and had no idea that he ever did that. Like, we've definitely got to drag him out to the to a karaoke bar or something. Yeah.
I'll have a sing-off with Stormin. It'll
Movie
be
and
beautiful.
karaoke night.
Yeah, we can do that. We got a party on our hands. All right, guys, I think we are about ready to drop down into the arena one more time. I think we've got a big game ahead of us in about 3, 2. Match has begun. Let's go.
Game number 2. This is going to be our final round of the day. This is going to be, again, each week or each day that we run an event, we're going to be running 2 rounds to complete that day, and then we'll have the totals at the end. All the points going to be cumulative week over week until the end of the split. Then we'll have split champions, then we'll have second split, do that again, then we'll have a championship match, do it all over again, and then we crown our winner.
And of course, we are going to jump down with Epsilon right off the bat. The heart
baseline
rate
of 128.
Yeah,
I mean, where does it cap out at?
I don't know. He's still ready. I think he's still hyped up from the win.
He hasn't calmed down from crushing out match 1 yet. He's just got the hype train still going.
You can see these teams all over the place. Epsilon is going to be in the very south of the town of Cranberry, and Noble over here, I believe this is Pleasant Valley is where they are. Little cul-de-sac residential area just to the northeastish side. And well, I think we're going to see the safe zone in a minute, but they are in it.
They definitely are. I think one of the cool things is going to be to watch over the course of the season. One of the cool stories to see is where are these guys dropping, right? Is Epsilon dropping same spot every time, regardless? Doesn't matter. This is always my starting point. And if they're doing well from that point all the way through the season, at what point does somebody jump in and cut off their loot path, right? Maybe
you mean like Yogi?
Maybe, well, let's just use for an example, you go A1, right? That's not a normal landing spot, but let's say you land A1 and your loot path is to then come into the B2 section of the map, right? And kind of move diagonally in.
Right.
When does somebody start selecting B2 as their spawn, drop in on the spot that you would be going through to loot, and start taking all of that stuff to where you don't have your loot route anymore?
There's a lot of amazing managers and coaches behind all these teams, and I think that point right there is exactly what they need to be looking for.
Yeah, and we've got that first circle coming out. This time we're going to have the entire circle on the map. No major lakes in it to really eat up any space. So full first circle, that's definitely something that the guys like to see. They want the circle on the map. It allows them a little bit of breathing room in the early game. It allows them to think and kind of get a little bit more time in of figuring out where the opponents are so that they can set up what their rotations and their next moves are going to be. Having that time's always, having time, you definitely want time on your side.
And on board with Alliance, we saw them in that locked battle with TSM, essentially wiping them out last game as they are going through this early looting phase and finding things. You were talking about the armors in the last game. I want to bring that up here in the early game this time. Armors are really important in this game. They mitigate an entire bullet's worth of damage and soak it up. You can craft makeshift armors. We were talking about the Kevlar armors that are found in crates only, but the players can craft them by taking a helmet, and you can get composite fabric by either shredding shoes or the military backpacks, and then duct tape. Forming that armor soaks up a bullet shot, and while sometimes that's the difference between life and death.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a good point to talk about, right? So we're saying that that's going to eat an extra bullet. For the people at home that maybe aren't quite aware of how it works, the health bar here, we can see it at the bottom for Storm, and the red bar underneath his name tag, and at the bottom of the screen represents his health. It's 100 health. Shots from the AR going to be basically 5 shots to eliminate a player. We actually see the skins too there as well, so you guys can grab those. But those are going to basically kind of get you set up to know how much damage they've taken. It's 5 shots to kill to the body, 2 shots to the head, 1 to the helmet, 1 to the head. That's going to eliminate you from the match.
And speaking of helmet, you can see right below that red bar, all those gray and blacked out areas, those are whether they have helmets, whether they have the armors as well. So you can see if these players have those equipped. This early, Candyvan has the helmet, doesn't have the armor.
Yep.
The vehicles to the right of that, which he's
and he just threw the armor on, so he just went ahead and crafted that armor. You can now see that on him. He does have that on at the moment. Got the car. We got a couple cars here for Tempo Storm. That's definitely something you want. You want to have the caravan of vehicles because you want to be able to try and have ones for late game. Those late games, sometimes you get in a high pressure situation, car comes in really handy at the end to be able to close the distance if you need to make a quick play on somebody, or if you need to open up a gap and get away from somebody. So vehicles are definitely big. If you can maintain them to the end game, they come in huge.
And speaking of distance, Tempo Storm doesn't have a long way to go. You can see they've already pretty much made their way into safe zone. They've got teams behind them, but we'll take a look at Vago from Team Rogue. They do have other teams. I see 2 other nameplates around there. they may be firing shots. Actually, 3 or 4 teams around them, and whoops. Well, that's how I roll.
That's how I roll. Maybe that's how he H1s.
Hey, that's a good point.
You never know.
In an upside down Jeep, I want the picture of that. Staying pretty calm and collected, only at 97 right now for his heart rate. And look how close these teams are starting to get. Again, remember, there's a lot of area for these teams to be in, but that area is going to get smaller and smaller, and these teams are getting pretty close.
Yeah, they're going to be coming in. Echo Fox, one of those teams that's really up in that kind of northeast corner. They've got one of the farther distances to travel, but they, as we can see, they do have vehicles. They're already getting in there. We are going to have the first elimination of the match as MiG from Impact Gaming gets taken down by TSM. So TSM, first one to go down last game, first one to net themselves a point this game.
So they will
turn it around.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what they wanted to do, and they're out to do it this time. Being the favorites, yeah, there's a lot of eyes on you, and it stinks to be the first out, but I bet you it feels good to get that first kill.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to kind of get back in the saddle and feel good about what's going on. Get that first kill, get the momentum on your side, feel good going into it, and get going. However, being in a fight this early does put you up to possibly, you know, take some shots, but it looks like they end up getting the kill, and I didn't really see anybody else around them at the moment. So they're sitting all right. Drop gonna go in though. Gonna go ahead and take a look at that airdrop.
We'll see what he can get out of that. Again, so many different things. It's not the same thing every time. There could be just a little bit inside, but who knows?
And you see that as he opens it, it does set off that red flare so that everybody else knows what's going on. Did you notice what he was doing there too? It looks like he didn't want to use a smoke nade. A lot of teams, when they come up on those, they'll throw a smoke nade down so somebody can't see where it is exactly and shoot them as they open it. He just kind of sat there and baited it for a little bit with the car, kind of rolling it back and forth, looking to see if anybody would take a shot at him. Realized there was nobody around, decides to hold on to that smoke nade and just go ahead and grab it for himself. Shots coming out from Benny Boy, that Magnum. So that's something that we haven't really seen yet. It's going to be the first time we're watching it live for the Pro League. The Magnum is a car destroyer. It does a ton of damage to vehicles, so we could see him busting that out, trying to get some shots into cars. And again, we talked about War of Attrition in game number 1. That's what it's about here. It's about eliminating people's basically all their supplies, right? You want to take long shots, eat away at their helmets, eat away at the number of armors, make them use those so that when you get into the close range fight, you're well ahead. You're up a shot, up 2 shots before the fight even starts.
And on board with Benny Boy, and I mean, first off, he looks so good with that STDX jersey backpack. And don't forget, you can grab not only the individual teams, but if you can't just pick one team, you can get it all. And if you do that, you get that red-black H1PL Jeep skin, the off-roader.
It's pretty. I mean, I'm definitely somebody that leans towards that red, black, and white theme. I use it for my own branding and stuff online. Yep. So I'm definitely a fan. The H1PL stuff looks super clean, and that's the only way to net yourself that off-roader. So definitely something, if you guys want to support the Pro League and support all the teams, you got friends on a bunch of teams, that's the way to do it.
Well, right now, Alliance, a team we have seen, and look who they're in a fight with.
Man,
again,
Kolji has got the serious look on his face.
He does. He does. He looks really ready to do this.
He looks disgusted at the fact that somebody might even consider fighting him.
Yeah, you want to fight me? I don't think so.
He's blasphemous. And the car explosion right there next to CLG. In comes the car with the hot little stop there. Guys are going to hop in and they're going to get out of there. But Epsilon right on top of CLG here. We'll see if they decide to take this fight. Epsilon going to throw a couple shots. CLG going to go ahead and decide to back up off of that one. They do not want that fight yet. So this is a bit of a weird spot for Epsilon though, right? We've talked about it. You usually want something that has maybe some trees, some hard cover. Right here you have cover from CLG, from LG. But behind them, if somebody rotates around behind them, they're completely out in the open on this side. I really don't like this spot on the overall for a long period of time. That's kind of a quick hit, and that's exactly what they're going to do with it. They're going to come in, they're going to check it out, really decide it's not the spot, and start rotating to find a new spot. Check out Impact and Noble, though. Impact and Noble making a decision to come in really late. I think that we might end up seeing them come in super late into the circle.
And we call that gap pretty much riding the gas is what they're doing. They're on the border of the safe zone, making their way out. CLG has already lost 1 car, and now their car, you can hear those bullets hitting the car. if they lose all mobility, and look at that
Cool J
alliance.
with the disgust look on his face ends up throwing some shots at Greenhack and ends up taking him out. He's going to get eliminated there. Greenhack, a new addition to that CLG squad, filling in for Calsey here in week 1.
Yep, I talked to Calsey in the hotel lobby last night, and they were really excited to pick up Greenhack. Felt like he would fit in the team very well. CLG, literally the most positive team out there. They always are.
Yeah, I mean, they're you cannot shake those guys. You cannot get them angry. You're not going to get them heated. They're definitely guys that are very calm under pressure.
Well, speaking of under pressure, Vitality is just that right now as Epsilon once again getting in a fight. First CLG, and now Vitality over here by this little water treatment plant. They're on one side of it. What you can't see through that smoke right now is there is a wall and a fence, and it's kind of starting to clear so you can see it, but they're hiding behind that. But Balloon is pushed pretty far up, and him and Makes might be locked in a bit of a battle. Makes gonna get taken out, but not before Radarn gets taken out.
Yeah, Radarn gonna go down, so Epsilon gonna be down 2 players here. They are our winners from game number 1, but they're down 2 players early here in this match. They currently had that 4v2. Had they taken that fight a little bit quicker, there wouldn't have been support from the rest of Vitality. So Vitality was a little bit spread out there. Would have liked to seen them come in a little bit harder at the start of that, but I think they took a few shots. It looked like they were healing up to start that off.
Well, that means Vitality takes the lead here up in the top right. You can see they have 2 kills.
Yeah, so that circle there, we can see that starting to close in the gas, and you can see that in the top right, right above our Fox box, which is keeping track of our scores. Right above that, it says gas is spreading. That means that circle's starting to close in. Once it hits the edge, we're going to shrink that gas circle again. We're going to shrink it down, make it even tighter. We're just going to continue to build that pressure on these players until we get down to that final team.
And we're talking about that Magnum again, and it sounds so intimidating, especially over these big speakers at this amazing arena. Boom, boom. That is just a hit onto a car. Oh, it's a thing of beauty, Jason.
Rex just letting those Magnum shots loose, trying to find the cars of Noble. Not able to see the vehicles at the moment, but it sounds like there was an explosion.
Yeah,
I think he may
one.
have just finished off one of those vehicles, so Gangstar is gonna lose a vehicle. I think he actually got Gangstar's vehicle. Noble and Gangstar's are right next to each other there, though.
Frex is still trying to put some shots over, maybe knock off those armors. You'll oftentimes see players, once they do have a position, drop their armors on the ground to save them for those later fights, because the shotgun battle and having a makeshift is critical.
Yeah, you definitely want to have that in there. If you're in a close range fight and somebody connects with you on a shotgun with no armor, you go down to 1 shot. Having that makeshift armor on will protect you unless they hit you in the head. If they can hit the helmet, it's the modifier damage is still going to put you down. You're going to get eliminated, but it gives you a really high chance of surviving that shotgun battle for at least an extra second there. Those shotgun battles are really intense.
Well, we're still here, and Epsilon and Vitality are still locked in a battle, but over this entire water treatment plant, and it looks like, to me, Epsilon may want to keep pushing slowly into Vitality. They were at the very beginning of it, and now they're almost halfway through it.
Yeah, they're slowly kind of bumping through. You've got these little, almost like pools in this water treatment plant here. So they're kind of bouncing from one to the next one and just kind of using cover. There's a lot of little spots there where you can kind of bounce from piece to piece and move forward and get up on the team. There's also a lot of spots there where you can kind of open up and get out to the left and right side and flank too. Coming from that side, coming from the other side is a little bit harder unless you decide to just stay in that little building there.
Well, on board with Echo Fox, all 5 members still alive. They have the Obey Alliance off in the distance. I'm not sure if that was a grenade or more bullets shooting up off the ground there, but these 2 players, Pineapple's trying to stay calm, trying to stay cool and collected at about 124 heart rate. I mean, it's high, but when you're in the heat of a moment, that's not too bad.
I mean, I'm looking over at the main monitor here for all of the heart rates, and it looks like that's pretty par for the course at the moment.
I'd say some 145s, but I want to know who these 80s are here. Who is Mr.
Some people
Calm?
they need to wake up. Somebody didn't get their morning coffee.
Sleeping or something. In morning coffee, it's almost 8 o'clock, 8:30.
I mean, we're on gamer hours, right? This is morning
good
time,
point.
right?
This is morning, yeah. I just woke up.
Yeah, gamer hours. It's fine. It's time for coffee. Vitality still with 4 players up, and I'm just kidding. Haro gonna go down to Balin on a long shot. Got that 3-point Kobe coming in, that grenade kill. Gonna get eliminated, so now we're down to an even 3v3.
And that puts Epsilon right up there with Vitality at 2 kills on the board. So these two teams trading pretty much back and forth for taking that tie or the lead.
Hey, we're going to both knock each other out. We're both going to be really hurting. It's going to be hard for us to win the game in the end game. But you know what? We're going to battle it out for first for the beginning of the match.
The scary thing is there's still 15 teams up. You can see off in the distance through that window, there's a green wall approaching them slowly. Are these teams going to get forced into a fight? I don't think we have to worry about the force. They want this. Epsilon, they are ready to go.
Epsilon knows that they don't want to be there when the gas forces them into the fight. You don't want to, that's basically like fighting two teams, and they're just going to go ahead and press it in. Clem going to get eliminated there. FJ going to net himself that kill. A couple shots into Liam there. Helmet going to get ripped off. He's already lost a body armor. He's going to go ahead and rotate out, see if he can get away and get a heal off for a second possibly, or just try and get this flank through this side door. But Epsilon doesn't want the gas at their back. It's really hard. It's really kind of disorienting to try and have to like get out of the gas. That extra pressure sometimes just too much.
Well, we'll see what Liam can do here. He has Howie to his right, but Howie's inside a building as well. But here comes that gas, and I can't tell if they're going to be in it or not. But
I think they're going to be in it. They're going to have to move.
Oh,
Howie
they are
trying to make
not.
that quick rotation, and here comes the gas, and it's going to close in on Epsilon. Liam hanging out in the back. He's going to come out behind them. Epsilon going to have to turn around to try and get that fight. We're going to lose Howie from Vitality. Liam also going to get eliminated. Epsilon still 3 up, but these guys are below 50% health and having to run through the gas as it starts to eat away at them. Slowly, they just gnawing away at their health. We're going to lose Sign and MP as well elsewhere on the map.
Was it worth it? Epsilon Vitality has been knocked out, but Epsilon, I don't know.
All going to get eliminated. I think that is it for Epsilon.
No,
I think
Apex
they all just,
is still up, I believe.
I think we just, one player might be up then. I think we saw at least 2 get eliminated there.
No, Apex Shay still alive.
Okay, Apex holding on there at 29%, looked like. Yeah, it's still in it. So Epsilon's still in this match. For the moment, it's gonna be rough. I don't know that we can see an Epsilon back-to-back win here. He's gonna be really up against the wall.
Well, if Apex Shay can do anything here, it's gonna be nothing short of miracle play. He's gonna pray to what we like to call RNG Jesus right here, that he gets something really lucky.
Ooh, and he's looking for the fights. He's trying to see if he can get a quick kill there onto Reptar, trying to rip him out of that vehicle. Not able to get the connection, though.
5
really,
kills on
I
Epsilon.
mean, you're at 5 kills. Is this really the right play? Is trying to take a fight the right play, or is it trying to hang out and try and bump up? Again, you only need 1 player up. He's right on the edge of the gas. He's going to have to move. You want to try and stay alive if you can. Bump to the next building inside the safe zone. Stay alive as long as you can. I think it's better for him to play the survival game instead of go for the eliminations at this point, to try and get a higher modifier to multiply that 5 points. I don't know that he can get enough kills to make up for a modifier. He'd have to get 5 kills to make up for a win.
Well, I think he's going to be in the clear. Obey still in a battle against TSM. We've already lost a player, but again, that gas line's right there. Elsewhere on the map, Benny Boy going to get taken down, but Prodigy Ace is able to trade out for Candy Van.
Ooh. And that is going to be it. I believe that is, yeah, that's going to be the final 2 for Obey Alliance, and they are going to get eliminated there in 14th. Piney and Crank already down. Sloth, we saw him pretty close to there, but he was able to get out of dodge, and now we are on board with Set to Destroy as they are in a fight, really close range fight here with Tempo Storm, only a 10 to 20 meters away, and Noble out in the wing coming in on the flank, going to make it really rough for them. They need to, I don't know if they know that Tempo Storm's in there. They have to know, right?
They must know, because the nades are out. They've already got, I think that's a vehicle on fire right now, which I have to be worried out inside the house. Na's gonna pick up Moose. See if he can find any more. There is 1 more player, I believe, for Tempo Storm in that house right now, but I think they're getting shot through that window.
Yeah, they're getting chunked away at through the window. Definitely a hard spot to be in. You want to get into the corner there. It looks like they have cleared out those windows so that they can start healing up. But again, you need to stay kind of engaged with the windows because you need to know if somebody's coming up, right? You need those line of sight. So you kind of got to put yourself at risk to check those windows or get up on them and really use that third-person camera to kind of corner check.
Well, Set to Destroy has now moved into 3rd place, tied with Tempo Storm with 3 kills. You can see a big overview here of this little H residential that so many people are in. This zone is going to be a crazy fight, and if it ends in a house, these teams are going to have cover for so long.
Well, I mean, let's look at this zone, right? The center has a couple houses in it, but the majority of these teams out on this edge here, like CLG, they're all going to have to start moving. So is it better right now to be the guy coming in, or is it better to be the guy that's already set up in the house sitting in the center?
Well, it is not okay to be the guy who has to run through the gas, and you can see how much damage that gas is doing to Da. And as he comes out, he's already taking damage from other teams.
Ooh, he is getting connected on over and over again through those smokes as they just start throwing shots. And Gavismon from the other side going to connect on that headshot and take down. On, then going to take a shot from that. So Noble causing a little bit of chaos here in Alliance. Kolje going to take out Nightwalker from CLG. So CLG getting hits from all sides right now, but they're going to start returning favors as they start dropping Alliance. Remy gonna come through like a wrecking ball and absolutely demolish Alliance.
3 shotgun kills right there, destroying Alliance completely. Gonna put CLG all the way up at 5, and they went out right about 10, so they're gonna get a lot of points off of that.
Yeah, they'll get a little bit of modifier there. They'll end up around 12 to 13. Impact Gaming Blank gonna get taken out by drop from TSM. TSM still in this one. They're gonna lose Shell Shock though on the side to Blood Inferno. Blood Inferno though gonna get taken down by Imperial How off of C9. So we got a 3-way battle going on right now.
Well, we're gonna have a lot more to the 3-way battle here as this zone pushes in. Off in the distance, Rogue is going to be firing shots into TSM at any minute. They've got 4 up. They need to be careful. They've got just a ridge and a smoke to give them cover right now, but they do have that vehicles to get away. But they're losing one of their vehicles right now, as when it's on fire, it's about to explode.
Yeah, and you've got Rogue out there in the back. You got Riki and Zeke on that flank there trying to eat away at that corner. So you're kind of playing an angles game here. They're slowly working those 2 out while they keep the other 3 on the left so that they can get a pinch play in and kind of force them into a spot where you can see either the 2 or the 3-man group is going to be able to shoot them around that corner. You kind of get that 90-degree on it.
Well, teams like LG with no kills right now need to do something.
We saw it in some of the scrims, though. You can come in big. Jeez, OG Trib going to get taken out by Huskers. Rogue coming in hard on TSM. They're going to lose Riki and Stormin. Stormin going down to Buffalo, but they came in strong. Dropkid still alive here. Ex-Rogue member, definitely somebody that's kind of hiding up, holding on.
Just hiding behind that smoke. He's got the heal. He doesn't even have the heal running right now. Finally gets it off, and he's going to have to push, but immediately gets hurt. Frax is taken down elsewhere, but Drop goes down. TSM goes out, Nate.
So Rogue gonna lose a couple players there, but get up to 5 kills. 3 players still in this one. Huskers with a little bit of bleed on himself. Gonna need to get some healing going, and we can now see this gas coming in. Noble and set to destroy inside. Just chaos going on inside there. It looks like Noble and Stomp a Little and Spirits. Last 2 left alive. Stomp's gonna come outside. He's gonna get it from Gangstars.
Well, he got graded by Kyrie and Beast the second he came out of that garage. But speaking of garages, we still have Echo Fox inside one.
Yeah, Gangstars, though, all the way up to 8 points, and it looked like they had at least 4 players up. They might actually be 5 up right now, so that's looking really good for them. LG Chipsy going to take a shot in the back there. He's that IGL for them, going to lose a helmet, and he's going to get back into hard cover there. Able to get a new helmet on and start stabilizing, getting some heals off. Throw that Molotov. Great choice there. Going ahead and preventing that team that he knows is there from being able to come around that corner on him. It's going to buy him a little bit of time while he has the cover in front of him, keeping himself alive from the other teams.
But he still has 0 points. He has to make a play here to even get LG on the board, because you times a multiplier by 0, it's still 0.
You are absolutely correct. 0 times 0 is 0.
Yep.
That's definitely something that he's going to need to look at. He's going to try. He needs to get at least 1 kill. Just try and get a point. Obviously, we've talked about it. There's a lot of games. They'll have chances to make these up. This is just the opening night. We're only in game 2 of 40-plus matches for the season.
Exactly.
So they got a long time to prove themselves, but you definitely want points every game. You do not want to leave early. Zeke now just kind of hang on. This is where he wants to hold on and just get the multipliers. Gangstars and that Echo Fox fight started. We did lose 2 Gangstar members there, and Chipsy is going to go down without a kill. So LG going home with 0 points on that one. Nask will find himself a kill. Casper and Sweet Dreams going to get eliminated.
Well, Echo Fox trying to push up. Sloth will get taken down. There are 6 players left with just 2 teams now, suddenly 5 with 2 teams. And C9 has 4 up, and Nastical is the lone man standing for Gangstars. I don't know if he can do it. He's running. He's in the gas. He's letting them take the win.
He's denying them the point.
This is strategy right there.
That is a strategy play, and that is going to give it to Cloud9. So he's going to go ahead, decide to run back into that gas, knock him the point. C9 going to take down game number 2. Second match ever of the H1Z1 Pro League. Great job.
Yeah, what a game. You can see they're definitely excited. A team that not so great in the first one did great in this one.
Yeah, we were talking about there's going to be some teams that need to come back and show up big in game number 2. Cloud9 came up. They just showed up. We'll have to see what the final score for them ends up being. I didn't see the total kill count for them, but we know they got denied at least 1 point.
Yeah, and that's very true. And that's smart play. They call that the 200 IQ play is what that's called. And that might have been a 201 I play.
Yeah, that's just one up, 201 IQ play. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a smart play on his side, right? He's not going to be able to get any more points. He knows that he can't take that. He's already hurt. He steps back, denies them the point, because he's not going to gain any points either, right?
Well,
so why give up a
kills.
point?
They were on top of kills. So I have a feeling that might have kept them there and given them the win.
That may have still given them the match, actually. We'll have to see how many eliminations C9 actually got, because Gangstars did have a ton of kills, so with their multiplier, they still might end up beating them.
Well, I think we are going to take a quick break here, and then we're going to come back and talk about these points and where things were going. But stick around, guys. We will be right back.
This ad, dude.
Success. So for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
Welcome back to the H1Z1 Pro League post-game show. We've just seen 2 games of H1Z1 filled with some of the greatest plays I have watched, and I can't wait to see the rest of it. This season's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. We just saw 2 awesome matches. Ton of plays, ton of points. I mean, that first game with Epsilon was nuts.
Yeah,
Epsilon finishing with just a crazy amount of points. We'll have to see what the overall leaderboard looks like.
Yeah, once we get
here
our
a
eyes
little
on
bit.
it,
Once we get that, I think that Epsilon might still be way up there.
Well, welcome back again, guys, to the arena. My name is Fiorme, and I'm joined, of course, by Jason, Supersonic. And again, wow, it has been a heck of a night here in Vegas.
Yeah, it's definitely been a magnificent beginning to the league. Promises to bring action, excitement for weeks to come. And with the team Epsilon, and then we had Cloud9 taking down game number 2.
Yep.
That really blew me away, man. Cloud9 showing up really big in that second game.
Yeah, again, I think they were first out on the first game, and then to be able to come back so strong on that one, although we're denied 1 kill by Gangstars. Again, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I can't wait to see how those scores come out.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got Christine sitting by on the couch with 2 members of Cloud9 who just took down that last
really
match.
I'm going to die.
Yep, exactly. That was my excuse for everything.
Thanks, guys. We're here with the players from Cloud9. We have Flowers and Chappie. Michelle is also back with us. You guys were eliminated early in the first game, but you're the last team standing in the second game. What was the difference for you?
Just winning the couple fights that we had to. The first game, our positioning was pretty good, but the one fight that we had to take, we kind of lost, so obviously. And then the second game, I don't know, pretty much every engagement we got into, I think we were winning, so that was a big difference.
Yeah, we just had a couple mistakes first game, and we fixed them second game.
This is a pretty cool space that we're in. It was night 1 of all this. Was tonight like what you were expecting?
This is, I think...
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
It's...
What would you think of tonight?
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting.
He's so shy.
Does this make you... Flowers, they love you.
Yeah, you rock, man. People love you out here. Don't be shy. Own it, baby. Own it.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. We think you did a good job. Keep this momentum going into the next week.
Probably go home, watch some VODs, you know, talk about the mistakes we did make, because we did make a lot of mistakes both games, and there's a lot to work on. It's a fairly new roster, so just go home, practice hard, and keep our heads up.
Yeah, just practice every day.
How many hours do you practice a day?
When I'm at home, for myself anyways, I don't know, it can be upwards of 12, 14 hours.
For myself, like 5 to 6 hours.
Okay.
Baby.
Absolutely. Well, you guys should be really proud of yourself. You definitely left it all on the map, and we're going to have you keep it up for next week, right? Definitely. We're going to head back to the caster's desk now to hear more on the specifics of tonight's matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at the biggest moves that Cloud9 made to kind of take down that second game. Got a few looks at what they were going through, and obviously they said they had a few mistakes, but they also had some good plays. Got to have them to be able to take down the match.
Yeah, and I mean, right here, we're actually going to take a look at Chipsy when he was battling into C9, just hiding as much as he could. I mean, that was huge. And then here we dropped once again, hiding in that smoke, just holding on for as long as he can. At this point in the game, they were in the lead.
Yeah, they were in the lead here. Drop just trying to hang out, though. I mean, once you're down to 1 player, it's really hard. I mean, 8 teams are up. There's 24 guys left alive, and he's just going to start eating shots. Ends up getting eliminated there. And then the final play, which was really interesting, and this is what gave that final win to Cloud9, was the decision to go ahead and walk away and just kind of not give up the point. And then we saw the reaction there from Cloud9 hugging it out. Obviously, you're going to be ecstatic anytime you can win a match on land. That's especially on the opening night of the Pro League.
Yeah, I mean, it always feels good to see that H1Z1 pop up on screen knowing that you are pretty much the winner. So it's been good.
Yeah, I mean, so we've seen a few changes here. Obviously, the scoring system being that new thing with the Pro League, and I think that that's really kind of making these games play out a little bit different. We're seeing teams get a little bit more aggressive, and that's definitely, I think, a lot more fun, a lot more excitement, and I think that's really setting up the league to have a lot of great matches going forward throughout the season.
Yeah, we're going to see those teams jumping into each other and rushing and pushing, and I think that's the kind of gameplay we wanted to see, and we are seeing from these teams, and I can't wait to see where it goes over the next 9 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, those things are just going to set up for a much better viewing experience. It's going to set up for a lot more fun for the guys, too. I mean, playing it out and trying to do the typical Battle Royale thing and just hang out and wait it out and hope that I win and hope everybody else dies. I don't have to get any kills. I really love the changes of chasing kills, chasing points. That is what you're going for. That's what it's all about. It's a Battle Royale. Battle's the key word there. Let's throw it down. I like seeing those fights happen.
Well, guys, don't forget, you can also tell us on Twitter how you H1Z1 by sending a tweet to @H1Z1 Pro League with the hashtag H1Z1 Pro Contest to win official H1Z1 Pro League merchandise. I want to know what they're going to win. I'm hoping I get something.
I'm hoping to see what they're going to win,
we
too. I guess we'll find out
on the way out and try to get something, because that gear looks good out there.
Yeah, I'll probably stop by there on my way out. Kind of jealous watching everybody come in here wearing all the stuff.
Right, right.
We're up here having to wear. I mean, I like the jacket and all, but
yeah, they got this for me. Well, I think that's. I think we're still waiting on the scoreboard.
I think we actually got it ready, and let's take a look at those final scores for the day. Epsilon gonna be in first, still with a 12-point gap. Rogue, though, coming up. They had a little bit of a rough game one, but 21 points overall, just edging out Echo Fox. And I know those two have a little bit of history between, Steve Aoki and Rick Fox. They like to jab at each other. So right there, that's gonna be a cool storyline to follow. Counterlogic Gaming, also right there in the top 4. Then Alliance, Cloud9, Gangstars, and Set to Destroy. They're gonna round out our top 8.
Yep, and we'll take a look at the bottom half of this one, where Solo Mid able to come back from a pretty rough getting the first kill, taking 10 points tonight. Tempo Storm going to have 8, Obey Alliance with 7. Tied 12th, going to be Impact and Noble with 5 points. Vitality has 4. And I read that.
And that was
the LG. LG is the bottom. LG has no points.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a rough start there. They'll need to pick it up a little bit in week number 2. But that's going to be our top 15 for the week.
And I think that's going to be it from us tonight.
I think that is. That's so. My name's Jason, a.k.a. Supersonic. This is Fiorme. And we'll be right back here on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Christine, close us out.
Thanks, guys. And if everyone at home would like to join us for our future 9 weeks, you can get your tickets at the URL. I believe it's right here. And of course, if you're not in Las Vegas, you can catch everything on facebook.com/H1Z1 Pro League. That's going to be a wrap for us. And the first night of H1Z1 of the Twin Galaxies Arena. Michelle, what do you think? You've been having a good time. I'm watching you tonight. You like this.
I'm super, the most exciting thing about this whole bit for me is that you can actually make money off of, enjoying video games.
Yeah.
That there's, a career that you can make out of it.
Are you going to quit acting?
I doubt it. That happens to be my dream, but I'm just super happy for all my friends who used to be called couch potatoes.
Nerds.
Nerds. I'm like, now you can actually do something with it. It's beautiful.
We love nerds. Nerds are the best.
Totally
There's also, go nerds. There's an after party that's going to be taking place right here. So if you'd like to stick around for the party, we've got some takers already. Are you coming to the party, Michelle?
We're in Vegas, baby.
You got a party in Vegas.
Vegas?
Oh, okay. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for spending the night with us, and it has been a pleasure. That's it. We're going to sign off right now. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page for more content all throughout the week, including exclusive interviews, behind-the-scenes segments, and so much more. I'm your host, Christine Leahy, and on behalf of all of us here at the H1Z1 Pro League, have a great night, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Open bar, everybody, guys. Woohoo!